That's your dedication. All or nothing. She's trying to have me do some very interesting things. You'll find out about them a little later. I always love it when our doors open up to the commercial team, because one day they want you to be shot out of a rocket. My name is Yolanda Mulwa. The show is Sugar and Spice. Good afternoon to you. Happy World Wish Day. I'm going to be telling you how you can chic a Showmax and enjoy a world of entertainment. But we have to read some comments, find out what you had to say about our big discussion today. We asked you, when is the right time to introduce someone you're dating to your kids? And this is what you had to say. Brenda says, Otsiula. Brenda says, once he proves he has good character and has paid my dowry, like he is truly committed. But anyways, this is for those who look forward to introducing their children to strangers / other people. Me, I like the word strangers. Me, I don't care if you're dating him. He's still a stranger. Don't bring weird people around your children. Candy Ellie says, always follow your gut with this one. It should also be after a long dating period. Yeah, like 5 years. Stop bringing flavor of the season to see your children. Beth Mwirigi says, when the relationship is getting serious, but how do you know? Sometimes it could, warm up and then just cool down. Yeah. Chepkoech Jen says, never. Me, I'm with you. High five yourself in your house. I love it. And Glenn Barnes Madenge says, if I'm asked for the opinion, I'll look at two things. Am I a widower or am I divorced? I would fully want to make sure that my kids fully understand the step I'm taking or decision I'm making, and they are fully grown up to understand it. If they are not that well enough to understand it, meaning they are still babies, I would want someone who is well mature enough raise my babies with, and for them to grow up knowing. Yeah, he says it has to be very controlled. There's many rules at play, and because it's a forever type of conversation. Molly Bonnet says, when he proves he can be a father, how does he do that, Molly? By his actions? An honorable man, I think that's what you're trying to imply. Carol Wahoo says, once he pays my people a visit and plans itigi, then it's a sure bet. Joyce Mwangi says, there is no perfect time since he is a stranger to the kids. It's me he is dating, not the kids. Okay, another way of looking at it. Jadida Benjamin says, I think I'm selfish when it comes to meeting my mini-me's. I mean, you might never meet her. I'm very selfish with her. That's my youth you want to mess with. No way. Wewe kaa kwako. Imagine me, I'm that team. Mimi, us guys can be knocking boots. Concentrate on me. Leave my children alone. It's true. It's true. There's things you can't undo. I once watched a video on social media that this lady in the US, a black American woman, found out that her boyfriend of nearly 10 years started grooming her daughter for sex when she was only 7. I can never unwatch that video. I'm sorry. I could never. Not to say that everything plays out like that, but you're better safe than sorry, because some things cannot be undone. Linda Luisa on Twitter says, for me, it's if he proposes. I don't want people popping in and out of my children's lives. I love that. Steven says, when you have a certain degree of certainty that he or she is committed to the long haul, when you have gauged the kid's reaction to the idea of another mother / father, and when he or she has accepted the children. I like that. So, tumesema, tukutane na nini? Mabeste in the night. Just let the person you're dating be your personal bat. Kama popo, right? Just date them uko in the dark. Just protect the children, right? But as someone said, follow your instincts, right? They are hardly ever wrong.
Best time to introduce your kids to the person you're dating, if they're not the guy's kids, is when you're sure that this relationship is actually moving forward. Because it will reach a point whereby if you take too long to introduce the kids, to the guy and then you still want to date them, then that means you're also prolonging your time. Like let's say you wanted to move in together, or you wanted to officially start this relationship, and you only have like a week to introduce the kids, and then 1 week later you also need to give these kids a chance to get to know this guy. That is when you're ready, when you're sure this relationship is actually going somewhere, and you've discussed it with your partner and they've decided they can take the responsibility of being the stepdads to these kids, you see. So once that conversation is over with, once you have had that conversation and both of you are clear that this is what you both want, I think that is the right time to introduce the kids. Then so that you can take some time for them to bond and get to know each other, and then you also assess the situation. But first you need to be sure at an individual level that you know that this guy can be the right parent for your kids, because the previous relationship did not work. But by the end of the day, we are not stopping. We still want to.
Okay, the right time to introduce someone you're dating to your kids. I think first get to know this person first very well. Get to know them. Get to know first if you want to be with them. Once you're sure you want to be with this person, and you yourself are sure, then I think you can introduce them to your kid. But if you're not sure, if you're still you're weighing your options, please keep off the children. Yes. Peace.
The new back to school term is upon us, which means once again it's time